Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today. My name is Samantha Havren, and I am in our talent acquisition department. We're really excited that you're joining us for our virtual career fair, in which we're going to talk all about our protein business unit and the different opportunities that we have available there. This business unit is located in Madison, Wisconsin, and we're super excited to have several members of our protein business unit team with us today. So what you're going to have a glimpse of is first we're going to share a quick video that's going to give you the opportunity to hear from several members of the team, and they're going to share why it's so awesome to work for the protein business unit and Aldevron in general. And then after that, you're going to have the opportunity to hear from Tom Foti, our president of the protein business unit. He's going to share more details about the business and where the business is going and why what we do is so important. You're then going to have a tour of the office in which the protein business unit is located. And then lastly, you're going to be able to see a bit more about the opportunities that we have available. So I'll be coming back to share more about those opportunities. Just a quick reminder, if you want to, you have the ability to sign up with one of our hiring managers in the protein business unit, and you can do so by going to www.aldebaran.com/careers, and from there you'll see the banner that talks about the virtual career fair. If you click that and scroll towards the bottom, there's going to be a way to sign up with those hiring managers directly on their calendars today. So that's what we'll be doing after the presentation or the virtual fair. So please, if you haven't, go out and sign up. With that, we're going to start our video. Again, this is to share a bit about the office and what's happening there and why the workers there think it's a great place to be.
I'm Katie Rogers.
Brian King.
Aubrey Howerton.
유현영입니다.
Max Selman.
Rick Ronzinski.
David Valenza.
Jacqueline Rodriguez.
My name's Tom Foti, president of the protein business unit. At the heart of Aldevron, we're a science company and we're trying to solve science problems. We're at an amazing inflection point relative to this new term that we use called genetic medicine. And we're producing the raw materials that allow our clients to make the therapies that are groundbreaking.
I think we're heading into a new era of medicine.
Personalized medicine is a big part of it. That's going to be just the norm.
You know, it's just super validating, super fulfilling.
We have been fortunate to grow and expand several times, not only in Fargo, but also in Madison. The main job I see it is to develop high-performing teams that have good chemistry and support each other.
This willingness to collaborate, that true teamwork environment is great. Like this feeling that somebody's got your back. Like we all have our own job to do here every day. And, you know, something that we are responsible for, but it's not all on your shoulders. You know, you've always got somebody who's got your back. And it's every time, like every single time, there's always someone there to back you up.
The culture only works if you're here to help. The culture is one thing, but doing this kind of science for people is another. And I think that this ties into how powerful our company is right now, where we help people and we're good at it. And then we have like a family backing of like everybody in this company.
We always considered our patient is my family, especially as my family have some history about cancer. So some of the biologic or the drug for the cancer patients, I consider this one maybe can be used for my family.
It's a great place to work because of the opportunities it presents you. You're empowered to basically take your career where you want it to. The parts are there, you have to assemble it yourself, but there's encouragement, there's initiative, there's opportunity.
I look for somebody who is interested in serving others, regardless of if you're actually dealing with the clients or if you're in the lab making the products that we deliver. We're a small group, we've got big goals. You know, anyone who's willing to grab an oar and row is gonna find all sorts of opportunities here.
Everybody has a voice. I keep getting reminded by my teammates and my managers that they want to hear what I have to say, which is really refreshing.
I feel like I learn a lot here, and I love that. I'm a lifetime learner, I suppose you could say. And so I love that I get to do that effortlessly in my day-to-day just because my colleagues are so knowledgeable themselves.
We all build upon each other. So everybody has a different background and a different perspective. And we learn from each other. We always grab a little piece of advice from each other. And that makes the dream team.
There are so many studies that show that diversity is super important in high-performing teams. And there's a simple reason for that. People that are diverse can solve problems quicker.
People come from all over the world to work here, and it's important to see like the world that surrounds you in your company that you're able to work for.
It's something that when you have a very good culture between coworkers and colleagues, they become your friends. And you're so excited to see them when you go to work, and it makes work so much fun.
Everybody is like eclectic here, and it's like in a good way, eclectic in a good way. But I think everybody has so many interests, and that's so fun to see.
Everybody has these very interesting hobbies and other interests just because they're curious people. So, we've got people that brew beer and people that garden and, somebody who specializes in mosses. It's so interesting.
It's an incredible time to be here because it is really a thriving, young, mature company.
It is amazing to be at Aldebaran at this time.
This kind of thinking is really important. Someone who used this medicine or drug will change his or her life entirely. Not only just the person, but also change the family or relative. So all of our work for the patient first.
Every day is going to be different, and every day is a day to make an impact, and you never know what new opportunity is going to knock on your door and how you can help.
Awesome. Well, I hope that got you excited about the opportunities that we're going to talk about today. I'm very excited for the next item on our agenda, which is hearing from Tom Foti, our president of Aldeveron's protein business unit. So he is going to, as I said before, walk you through more about Aldeveron overall, what's happening at Aldeveron, what makes the protein business unit unique, and why what we're doing is so important. So thank you, Tom. I appreciate you being here today.
Thank you so much, Sam. So it's really great to talk with you today. It's a very exciting time to be at Aldebaran, and I'm super proud to be a part of the organization. And you can tell by the video, hopefully you got a good vibe from our team about where we're going and what we can achieve together. This first slide, I just want to talk a little bit about kind of the basis for breakthroughs and just explain that a little bit. Aldebaran is a company that manufactures and develops plasma DNA, mRNA, and proteins. And what we produce with our clients and in partnership with our customers is materials that allow them to make the breakthroughs. And many of us that work at Aldebaran and many of you listening today, I'm sure have gotten interested in science because the way the body works, the way disease happens, and just the curiosity that maybe you have. And so we get to live that every day here at Aldebaran. It's very exciting. And the title of the slide presentation is to make an impact at Aldebaran. And it's I believe that we've been able to really empower our team to be able to do that on a daily basis. So it's great to be with you guys here today. My name is Tom Foti, and I'm the president of Aldebaran's protein business unit. Aldebaran has been an industry pioneer for a long number of years, since 1998. So we're going on our 22nd year of finishing up. And what we do is we provide products and services to biotechnology companies, pharmaceutical companies, and high-end academic institutions around the world. And since we're a company that really thinks about putting our clients basically at the center of our universe, things change depending on what's going on in the world. And obviously you guys know that the pandemic is a huge scientific challenge across the world today. And we're happy to be doing our part in supporting over 40 COVID-19 related projects as we speak. We have a talented team of over 500 employees in Madison and in Fargo, and we're really looking forward to finishing up the year strong here with a lot of momentum into 2021. To understand where we are today and think about what's possible in the future, it's a good time to look back just a little bit. This is the timeline, what Aldebaran has been able to achieve and experience through the past 20 plus years. And think about the growth of the company and then the growth of the industry of gene and cell therapy. So the yellow or the orange line in the middle has got some milestones on there of which Aldevron has done some big things. Starting back in 1998, there's a picture of John Ballantyne and Michael Chambers. And their vision, back then was to make high quality plasmid DNA. They started on the campus of North Dakota State University and brick by brick helped build the DNA business. And it continued on through the early 2000s, which were about 50 people around 2007. And I joined Aldevron in 2009, and we opened up the protein business unit as a part of the Aldevron family in 2009. And you can see as we continue to grow to now where we're at over 530 plus employees. Kevin Ballinger has recently started as the CEO of the company. We're very excited that he's with us and from a leadership perspective. And it's also great that Michael Chambers is still a part of the company as an executive chair, and John Ballantyne, who currently is our chief scientific officer. Next year, we have a big event in the opening of our 189,000 square foot manufacturing facility in Fargo. If you look on the bottom of the slide, as the Aldevron's growth has continued through the years, these are some big milestones in cell and gene therapy. And messenger RNA as a treatment is something that is a very big topic right now, not just from a therapeutic treatment, but as a vaccine. And so we are working with clients to help make that reality. Translate Bio is a company that actually makes mRNA as a treatment for cystic fibrosis. Vertex is a company that really is focusing on CRISPR and gene editing. And so we have a major project that has gone on with them for years around sickle cell disease. Luxturna is a gene therapy that's used for retinal dystrophy. And as you guys have sure have heard of T-cell therapy or CAR T-cell therapy are major fights against cancer nowadays. So it's been a privilege to grow with the company and also to see the industry take off, not only fighting diseases that are broad-based, meaning they affect tens of thousands, but even diseases that affect a relatively small number of people in the rare disease market is able to be addressed with cell and gene therapy. So that's a little bit about our background. The one thing I'll just finish up is that I really encourage young people to dream big and think about what's possible. And it's often it's possible to think that way when you hear stories about Aldebaran with two people starting the company from a very
Sorry, I couldn't hear what you said.
Oops, sorry about that. That's my Siri on my Apple Watch. Anyways, a little bit about our mission. We really are a manufacturing company. We have to produce high quality stuff so it works every time. The materials that we make are DNA, proteins, and enzymes, and we need to meet precise requirements for our clients. And if they have a great experience with us, they just continue to come back and purchase from us. And so it's really been built a brick at a time. These are just some pictures from our booth at a show, a scientist working in the lab. And on the bottom right, there's a patient, Emily Whitehead, who's in the middle there, was the first pediatric CAR T patient. And I'm going to talk a little bit about her in a few minutes. This is our leadership team. I talked to you about Kevin joining the team this past year. Michael Chambers has been with the company since 1998 and was the founding CEO. John Ballantyne and Mark Wolf have senior level positions also at the company. The picture on the right is our facility up in Fargo, North Dakota. So the future of manufacturing is really changing, and this is why I'm excited to share this story with you, because it's going to create a lot of opportunities for people that are graduating with science degrees, in the 2020, 2021, 2022, and in the coming years. And so here in Madison, here in Fargo is our campus that's building out, and you can see that's where all the construction is. And so we have building 1 on the right, and then building 2 here will be completed next year. It's going to be the largest capacity for producing DNA across the world. And we also can make other biologics in there, like mRNA and gene editing enzymes. I mentioned earlier, it's important to have supply chains that are in North America when pandemics hit, no matter what you're producing, if it's either masks or ventilators or different types of therapies. And so we're playing a key part in that story. This is a picture of our facility in Madison, and it's located in the University of Wisconsin Research Park. It's about 21,000 square feet, and we're adding to that next year. So we're very proud of that facility. And this is a little picture into our fermentation suite there, where we have a 20 liter, a 200, and 1,000 liter fermenters. We also have equipment for large scale downstream processing and QC testing. Here's another picture of the campus expansion in Fargo. Right now, buildings 1, 2B, and 2A are built, and then in the future we'll be building buildings 3 and 4. So the reason for giving this picture is sharing this picture is not just to share with our clients that our business is expanding. For a group like yourselves today, it's really to show a vision of what's possibly coming down the pipe in the future for Aldevron. And when you're with a growing company, it's very exciting. You learn very quickly, and there's more opportunities from a career advancement standpoint also, because the business is creating growth. So one of the things that we really specialize is in advanced manufacturing for next gen therapies. And you can see in these pictures, these are GMP. This is the GMP suite in Fargo, North Dakota. And there's different scientists and manufacturing team members here working on doing different activities. On the left, they're working on a 300 liter single-use fermenter, and they're programming that. And so there'll be more pictures here to kind of have a look inside of different types of things that are happening at Aldevron. So that those of you who have gone through science classes, I'm sure you've heard of the central dogma of biology, and you hear a lot about DNA in your chromosomes and how they are the base code for all living things. And there is a simple reaction that happens in your cells where DNA is transcribed into messenger RNA, and then messenger RNA is the code to be translated into the amino acids to make a protein that has a function. And if that protein is made correctly, the cells in your body often are performing at a high level. If there's a problem either at the DNA level or somehow at the mRNA level, it makes the incorrect protein, and usually people have some type of problems, and it's also often the root cause of diseases. When you look at these different molecules, on the left you have the red icon there stands for a plasmid, and we're often making plasmids to make viral vectors that are used often in cell and gene therapy. And we're also often making linearized pDNA that is used for messenger RNA templates. So those are a few things wanted to share there. In the middle, this is a brand new area. and what's happening with Moderna and Pfizer and BioNTech with the COVID vaccine has kind of ushered in a new world of what might be possible using this biomolecule of messenger RNA to get protein function into the body or to use it as a vaccine. So you can see a number of different applications there for protein replacement therapy. It's used in cancer immunotherapy from a vaccine perspective, and now obviously for COVID vaccine. But you can imagine a world where any viral pathogen potentially could use messenger RNA as a vaccine. On the right is the focus of the team in Madison. And many of you, I'm sure, have heard of CRISPR gene editing. This is something that has really taken the world by storm in the past several years. And there are several examples of clinical trials that are happening today where people are using gene editing techniques to correct the base code so that we can, in fact, cure people. And that's a very exciting new development over the last couple of years and will continue to be in the future. So that's a little bit about the company, what we're doing, our core platforms. And so the question is like, why work at Aldevron and why it might be interesting for you. And there's a couple of different things. We're really looking for people that are mission driven, people that have a service mentality, and want to be a part of something where it's really going to make an impact on the world. And we really have a sense of purpose at Aldevron. It's very meaningful work. And you would see that in the day-to-day operations here on how people really care about the company. Because it's growing quickly, it's fast-paced, which makes sometimes a chaotic environment, but it's often is very exciting. And again, that fast pace, if done well, creates growth and opportunity for people. And the opportunities can be limitless at some level. There are people that love science and want to stay in that type of track. There are people that love science but want to move towards the business aspect. There's people that are in the middle, which is kind of like project management, where it's like you're managing projects that are technical based. And so anyways, it's very meaningful work and gives us a real sense of purpose. When we're looking at people that want to be a part of our team, there's a couple of things that are very important to us. And so we look for these in candidates. So I would encourage you to pay close attention to these things. The top left, it talks about we innovate and we advance. And so this is certainly in the science area. We want to do cutting edge science and always have a continuous improvement mentality so that everything we do, no matter what functional area we're in, we're always striving to make things better. One way to make things better is that you collaborate. Collaboration takes time. It also takes a transparent, open, let's say, culture. And we collaborate not only internally, but we collaborate with our clients. We learn from them and they learn from us. And together we often can get solutions to difficult scientific problems that we're trying to solve together. I would say probably the number one thing that we look for, though, is people that have a service mentality. People that understand that the world is bigger than them, that together they want to work with their teammates to deliver great scientific value to our clients. And, at the end of the day, we're all humans and we all know when we have an excellent client experience, whether it be in a store or whether it be, buying something, online. And so service is a big deal to us. And so we really focus on that. And at the end of the day, if we do all those things well, we really have an opportunity to make lives better. And when we think about that, it's just not potentially who we might be able to positively infect who is sick, but it's their family members, it's their spouses, it's their brothers and sisters, it could be their children. And that really is a driving factor in how we think about making the most of every day. So one thing that we try to do to bring it home at Aldevron as it relates to making sure we're thinking about our mission and the impact that we can have on patients is we take the time when we can to be able to celebrate successful wins and also bring in patients. So we have what's called a service series, which brings in people that have somehow been impacted by disease. And this picture, you'll see Emily Whitehead. She was the first pediatric cancer patient in the world. She was treated in Philadelphia several years ago. And every year she takes a picture about, with the same chalkboard about how many years she's been cancer free. So it's the first year, and you can see on the other picture there, 8 years cancer free. She basically had her cells removed from her body and engineered it away so that they would fight leukemia. And she continues to be able to live a normal life. And she's a real person that we all look up to and appreciate. And the way we do that is her father and her mother came back and gave a talk to our employees. And so when we talked about meaningful work, this is just one of those examples. Every day, there's a lot of work to get done, but it's so very important to have fun at work, to know that you, together with your teammates, can accomplish big things. Things are not always easy as it relates to solving these problems. So the ability to collaborate, as I mentioned, and tackle problems together is very inspiring. This is just a picture from different events that we've had. And the top left, I just wanted to highlight that one because we talked about Emily bringing patients in that are affected. James Griffin, who's in the middle of this picture, has sickle cell disease. That is potentially a disease that is curable with CRISPR-Cas9 treatment and is currently in clinical trials. And so I brought him in to talk to our team. And so that was earlier this year in January. And on the left, in the middle is our new lab. And so it's just a nice place to work. You'll see a vibe basically in some of these pictures about we like to have fun at Halloween and celebrating in our potlucks. And we even celebrate in our Zoom calls, which you can see the one picture in the middle. But at the end of the day, it's meaningful work. It's using your talent to work together with teammates to try to accomplish something big, so that at the end of the day, as you continue to get older, I'm over 50 years old nowadays. I think a lot about kind of what do I want to accomplish in life. And certainly one of these things is to make a significant impact on science.
I'll just talk through a little bit about the different experiences that we have, as well as actual opportunities that are available now. So right here, what you're looking at are two different keys. One is based on the degree that you come into the organization with. And the bottom one is career opportunities within different departments, specifically in our protein business unit. What I'd like you to gain from the top chart, the degree key, is it doesn't matter, education level. When you come into the organization, there are opportunities for you to grow and to learn and to advance, whether it be an associate's degree or a PhD. As you come into the organization, we're looking to make sure that you're getting the most out of your opportunities. You're learning from your peers as well as your direct managers and the team. And you can see that this is just an estimate of how quickly you could progress. As far as career opportunities go, we have different departments, and all of them are seeking or will be seeking new positions to fill within the next few months. We have a client relations department that is focused on working with our clients to understand their needs and be able to articulate how our capabilities can help fulfill those needs. We have project management that actually helps to move our manufacturing projects forward and ensures sure that our clients are getting what they need when they need it. Working in lab operations. So if you like bench work, if you like to be right there in the action of the laboratory, we've got opportunities there. And then corporate operations, whether it's human resources, IT, finance, marketing, there's opportunities as well. If you want to go ahead and move to the next one, our current openings, we have a list, and these are available in more detail. You can check these out at www.aldevron.com/careers. You can see here we have a variety of scientist positions opened across the board, whether it is tech ops, analytical development, biomanufacturing, and we're also looking for a metrology technician right now. If there isn't, or if you're looking at this list and you're thinking, gosh, I don't know if I'd be qualified, or I'm not sure if this is my interest area, please still reach out to us or set up time with a manager this afternoon, because I can guarantee you that we're going to have more opportunities due to the growth that the protein business unit is experiencing. So chances are that we'll have something opening very soon that could be in your wheelhouse. You want to go ahead and move forward? You want to hit the presentation forward? Great. So I've mentioned a couple times that we would love for you to sign up to speak with a hiring manager. So to do so, if you go to our careers page and click on the virtual career fair banner, that's going to take you to a sign up area. Go ahead and move the presentation forward one more time. When you sign into the virtual fair and signing up with a hiring manager, you're going to have the opportunity to book time directly on their calendar. So we have several hiring managers who are really excited to speak with you. You can choose the hiring manager based on the area, or whoever you'd like to speak to this afternoon. Even if it's maybe not your interest area, they'll be able to point you in the right direction, and they can still share information about opportunities across the board, I should say. All right. Well, I think that is it. I think we're going to next move to a virtual tour, correct?
Yes, it is. Thank you so much, Sam. Hello, everyone. I'm really excited to be speaking with you. So I have been with Aldevron for 1.5 years, and I have seen tremendous growth in just last 1.5 years. I would say you have seen bits and pieces about where the company was, where it is right now. All right, so this is the building which we have for the protein business unit here. We have 2 sites, one in Madison and another one in Fargo. The Madison site is the protein business unit. We are located at 5602 Research Park Boulevard in Madison, Wisconsin. That's the entry to our building. Straight away going into the welcome area, where we have vendors, clients who come in can have a relaxed environment, come in, look at our values, see what we stand for, help themselves with the snacks or stuff. We have 3 conference rooms right now. We have color-coded them. So our conference rooms are green room, purple room, and the blue room. The front office is pretty much occupied by the office staff, the administrative staff, client services, and project management, facilities, and our support function for the operations, supply chain, and any other function that we have that support our biomanufacturing here at Madison, Wisconsin site. We have 2 break rooms right now. So what we are seeing here is one of the break rooms, which is one of the largest one. And then the second one is right on the other side of the building, on the west side of the building. Has a pretty beautiful view on this one, actually. So coming to our manufacturing capabilities, this is our clean room environment, a modular environment that we've built for the shake flask culturing. We have 2 different ways of manufacturing protein. So we actually work with bacterial systems and also mammalian systems. These are the autoclaves to autoclave our things. And so the bacterial, coming back to the bacterial system, these are our fermenters where we grow the cells in the larger capacity. We have 3 of them. You've heard from Tom's presentation, there is a 20, 200, and 1,000 liter production unit. This is the buffer preparation area. Every protein purification and production of proteins require buffers. Moving into the scientist desk area, this is where scientists perform in-process check of the samples, documentation of the work, working with the batch records, preparing samples for some small assays that need to go into the checks for the protein. So this is the lysis area. The cells that grow protein are broken down. They are producing protein inside the cell, so we have to break open the cells and then take the protein out. The process we call as a lysis and clarification. And this is where the purification happens. So once the purified protein is in the clarified media, we take them into the chromatography area and then we purify them. This is where we do quality control and in-process checks for our protein. This is the quality control area for the QC scientists. We have a few HPLCs, some protein estimation units, PCRs, biorad gel dock stations, pretty much everything that you need to estimate your protein and to analyze the purity and quantity of the protein that you have. We have hardworking scientists at work here. This is the freezer farm area. Most of it is used for inventory of our paste or of the inventory of the product. This is the shipping and receiving area. Part of this you have also seen in the recruiting video. The protein that is produced is packaged and shipped out. So that's the conclusion of our video. I hope you all liked it.
Great. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. That was awesome. Well, that concludes the tour that we have and the presentation. So with that, we'll be signing off and just wanted to thank everybody again for joining us. If there are any questions, again, we really encourage you to meet with the hiring manager and sign up for that one-on-one time. So please go ahead and sign up, or if you'd like to, you can always reach us at jobs@aldevron.com. So we thank you for your time today.